welcome to One Place in Conversation podcast, episode 21. I'm here today with my special co-host guest, Kate. Hello, Kate.
Hi, Saifur.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Excellent, thank you. And we're joined by two other guests. On my right,
Israt. I'm a project worker at One Place East.
And Rick, also project worker at One Place East and volunteer.
excellent, thank you both. So, today we're talking about International Day of Persons with Disabilities, and the theme for this year is fostering disability, inclusive societies for Africa, for advancing social progress. So what does that mean? Basically, it means creating communities where people with disabilities are fully included, respected and supported, so that everyone can contribute to and benefit from better, fairer society.
It's all about making sure that people with disabilities have equal opportunities in education, work, public life and social activities, which helps the whole society grow and improve.
Yeah, thank you, Kate. So, it's a complex, the way they phrase the, jargony, right? So let me start by asking, Ms. Sada, right? Can you share a bit about your journey and what led you to advocate for disability inclusion? Sorry.
Well, I myself am disabled. I have a physical disability called muscular dystrophy. I am a wheelchair user, and I get carers help at home. It's 4 hours per day, every day. Two people come together and I have a lot of equipment at home for my needs, which include my electric wheelchair. I have a manual wheelchair for when I'm traveling or when there are access issues, because not every place has ramps or lifts. I also use hoists mostly in my bedroom, the toilet, and in the living room I have a manual hoist as well. The other two are drilled onto the wall. And yeah, I have a shower chair, so a lot of equipment that I need, but it's useful for my everyday needs. And it doesn't feel like a lot. I use it every day, so yeah. And what's led me here especially is I have joined a social group. It's mainly for looking for work, and they've introduced me to One Place East. So I've met a lot of people who have come from different backgrounds, different journeys, and this place is wonderful because I think it's got a little bit of everything for everybody to be inclusive, but I know that as a company we're trying to be more inclusive towards everyone, and we're trying to increase inclusivity in many places. So I'm hoping that my story includes that and helps to make change.
You said that you get 4 hours support. Is that
Yes.
is that enough? Are you coping with that? How does that?
I get two carers together to come in, so that's technically 8 hours. But because they come together, it's 4 hours. I mean, it's 3 times per day. It's sometimes I manage, sometimes I don't. It's quite hard, especially when I'm showering, because I do take a bit more time, especially with the hoisting, but I think we all know that the council doesn't want to provide more hours. Yeah, and I have heard many stories where they're trying to decrease hours for many people actually, so it's unfortunate, but I'm grateful they haven't done it for me because I need it, and yeah, I manage. Yeah.
For me, for mental health conditions, I ended up coming to One Place East after being told about it, and I've enjoyed it ever since I've been here. And being able to put some back to One Place East and support them, I will try and do that.
What do you reckon?
Personally, I have a mental health background since 1997 when I was diagnosed with bipolar, and I found One Place East, originally Redbridge Concern for Mental Health, very helpful and supportive in my total sort of getting back into a normal life and doing voluntary work, paid work in different aspects of the charity, and I really enjoy all the things that I do for them, and there's so much to offer for people with any disability. So it doesn't have its favourites. It's all inclusive.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so what does a truly inclusive society look like to you?
Where everybody is equal and everybody's treated the same. There's no pedestal for each person or type of person. Everybody gets the same abilities. Everybody's got abilities, no matter what condition they're in, to give back to society, to give society help in the society.
That's right, yeah. I totally agree with you.
Yeah, I mean, things like you got to I don't know, venues or things like that, and they have a separate entrance for you because you're all local. Why
have that? Why did I have to round the corner or round the back? Yeah,
have it go in that go
through the same entrance, yeah, for everybody.
That gets me a lot.
Yeah, but also when you're building something, a new building or something, just have a think about how we all can enter. Why should we be having to ask to be making modifications? They should know that already.
Well, I mean, I was only, not so long ago, but there's a new barber shop opened up close by, right? Brand new. So you'd expect it to be accessible, right?
Yeah.
But it's not. It's like there's a step to get in there. So I'm walking past there one day, and I said to, you guys just opened up. Why haven't you got a step in? Why have you got a step there? I want to come and get my hair cut. What do I do?
Yeah.
Right? And he goes, we'll speak to our manager and blah, 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 right?
Oh, and then nothing.
A year later, it's still the same.
Still the same.
Oh my word!
It's
I've seen places
I thought it had to be. I thought it had to be as a policy, accessible level for a wheelchair.
There is.
Yeah, there is. Right.
And I mean, the other thing is, I was in the bank a couple of weeks ago, right? there's 4 counters, 5 counters, only one accessible counter, right? So for me, when I went there, I had to wait in the queue, but also let other people pass so that they can continue. Because I had to wait for the accessible counter to be
Yeah.
free. So I couldn't exactly join the same queue.
Sure. Yeah. So I would have thought the floor walkers outside would have seen you come in a wheelchair and got it organised that they had the accessible counter open for you to go to.
They could
I've
have
seen
waved you
places
past.
where they've removed ramps. They had them and then removed them.
Right.
I don't get why not just make them all the same.
All the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. It should be all equal, all on the same playing field, not different for
So
different people.
For me, that's how I, want to see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you don't have to. Oh, I've got to make. You want to make a journey? I've got to contact the train people to say I'm on a journey at this time to get to whatever station it is, and have the ramps ready for you to access onto the train. You've got to have that pre-planned. You can't just say, "Oh, I fancy going up and jumping on a train."
No.
You've got to have that all pre-planned.
Transport's terrible.
The buses ramps are also terrible. I will say. I don't know if they service them enough.
They don't service them.
Yeah.
No.
Even if they service them, the drivers don't know how to operate.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen that. I've seen it where somebody's come off with the wheelchair off the bus and they've tipped the wheelchair over because the ramp wasn't working.
I've had that issue today when coming.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Exactly. The ramp worked when I was going
on.
And then when coming back, when getting off, it wouldn't come out. But the driver was helpful. I will say that.
But then you got the staring eyes on the bus.
Yeah.
Kind of like
because
cursing you, like, you're holding us up, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But they're disabled because they're on the bus as well. Why aren't they walking? Because
I don't mind staring too much because I've always had staring. It decreased. It decreased since we got, so that's nice.
Yeah. So,
But it is,
what are some of the biggest barriers people with disabilities face in everyday life?
Prejudice. Ignorancy, negative behaviour from other people in society.
Yeah.
And society itself.
I will say sometimes people do make comments that they don't think it's prejudice, but it is. And I've had that with a couple of people who were kind of like, well, for my experience, I was born with muscular dystrophy, so I've never walked. And there have been people who have said, oh, so you don't know how it feels to walk. You're never going to miss that like other people. Which is like, how does that comment help? Why would you say that, first of all? And then another person said, oh, so it's a good thing you didn't let your disability stop you from achieving whatever goals I had, which, again, I never thought of it that way. It's just something I'm living with, so whatever I have to do to reach a goal, I'll just do it. It's a matter of finding out how. It's not. I don't think of it, oh, why is this, like, how is this maker stopping me?
Yeah, you can't do it because you're in the wheelchair. You look at it and do it as a challenge. You want to do it, so you do it. Yeah, well done.
Absolutely. So, I mean, what role do you think the government and institutions play in creating an inclusive community environment?
Yeah,
And how can we help? How can we?
they should increase funding, let's be honest here. I think Bristol educate people. It's very easy to start. From school time we can start. And we have gone to some schools from this company. I don't think it's enough. I think it should increase more.
On the curriculum.
Yeah,
As in
on the curriculum.
like
That's
the
just the easiest.
British Sign Language is going to be on the curriculum,
Definitely.
but it needs not just in the primary school, but right the way through school.
Yeah.
So it's not forgotten about. It keeps it going, keeps it in people's minds. That's for all disabilities.
They could teach children to volunteer as well.
Yeah.
Places anywhere, not just here.
Well, in Bristol, they've got combined play parks, so the children, disabled children and able-bodied children, mix together in the play areas. So they make friends, disabled and non-disabled, make friends together.
Yeah.
They're not being separated. You know, we can't do it because it's not wheelchair designed or whatever.
Yeah.
Right.
That's a good way. I mean, I will say even though I went to a normal school, playing time was a bit lonely. Everybody used to play sports and I never, but I don't know how they make that accessible for me. Again, of course the playground was there around and things, but like everybody used to play football or volleyball and
yeah, because it's an easy thing. Get the ball out, throw it out, and off you go. And there's no interaction from
No,
staff.
it was quite lonely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you go to mainstream school? Did you go to
Yes, I did go to mainstream school. Yeah. This
Okay.
is
Did you find it difficult or how was it?
no the studies. I mean, I studied with everyone else.
Yeah.
I did have assistants with me. So yeah, it was okay with going toilets and things. We had was a 2 breaks. So the first one it was in class, so we would play board games. I think it was in the afternoon that it was more lonely when everybody used to go to the playground. And I just kind of sit and just wait for my classmates to come
back. Yeah.
Yeah.
So your classmates weren't taking you out as well, even if you couldn't play football, but you could play catch or whatever.
No, I mean, I don't blame them. They were quite young, but like, also the teachers could have said, let's make small groups, hang out together for a bit.
Yeah.
I'm surprised the dinner ladies didn't try and include you. You know, the actual, take you out,
How many other wheelchair users were there, or
it was just me.
Was it just
It was just me.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, there were some friends who used to take me around, but it wasn't that often now. Like once in a while, if they would ask, or I don't know if they would ask, or if the kids would come sometimes. I think secondary had gotten better, obviously. I think as you grow up, you go less towards sports. Not that that's necessarily a good thing, but as I've grown up, it's gotten better anyway. It's just how it changes. But in terms of, the government should educate children from a young age. I think if they put more funding in general towards making places and transport accessible, that would be great as well. I mean, I don't use trains that often. I don't know how to use them because it's too hard for me to be researching and signing people and telling them, can you help me with this round? Can you, just so much work. You want to travel easily, not be like, can I do this? Can I do that? Just too much. So, schools for me have been okay. Now it's finished and I don't care anymore. During classes, assistants was there. It has decreased after a while, just because they saw that I was okay. So, like at the beginning, the teachers would get my books out. I did have a higher table, my wheelchair. If I was doing well in class, then with whichever subject they wouldn't help me out as much, but then they would help me out for other subjects. So yeah, I think it was okay. I think, to be honest, it's for everyday life. Just in general with transport. I've also heard recently, which is quite interesting, from another club that I'm in. This person has said, don't think about school or work, just think about in general how to access your hobbies or if you want to travel, which she's correct, and I didn't think of that. Like, when I am traveling, I need to also make sure that airplanes are big enough to take my electric wheelchair. Otherwise, they need a manual one to fold. There are height restrictions. And she was correct in that I wish that, I mean, not that I could probably do it, but if they could make doors bigger for maybe my wheelchair to go inside the aircraft instead, that would be easier for me. Instead of moving around too much. Yeah.
Flying is a
It's a nightmare.
different conversation.
Yeah.
I fly, you know, often, and yeah, you know, you have to, you know, your wheelchair goes away, you know, once you're in the aircraft, you know, they take your chair away, right?
Yeah.
So you're hoping that you get your chair
Yeah.
on the other side, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
What you
right.
say,
So,
Lucy.
so it's
Yeah.
like your luggage.
Yeah, it goes on the luggage.
So it does actually go in the hold.
It goes in the hole, yeah. But I mean, luckily my chair is quite small, so depending on the aircraft, sometimes they will put my chair in front where the drivers are, where the drivers are.
Oh,
So
really?
it doesn't go in with the luggage. But when it does go in with the luggage, then and you don't get it at the gate when you're landing.
Yeah.
You gotta get into a chair that isn't exactly accessible for you.
Yeah.
Right? Get wheeled to the luggage area.
Yeah.
And hope that your chair is sitting
there.
Where the luggage is coming from.
And that the assistants can lift you.
And
sometimes they're not trained well.
They're not.
No. Right.
I've had issues with them folding my wheelchair as well, which they shouldn't have. But yeah. And I told them.
Yeah, there's always a risk.
There's a risk.
That they could well break your chair.
Oh, they have.
Yeah.
They have, yeah. And they screwed it back there. But again, not that everybody wanted to. They're like, well, if we break it more, we're gonna get.
Yeah, so
we're gonna have to give you compensation. So, which I haven't received any compensation.
That's the biggest problem they've got is because
so
they won't do it because we might have to pay compensation.
Yeah.
Well, are they not covered in insurance? So
no, we have to pay for travel insurance.
You have to pay extra.
Yeah, we have to pay.
So if they break, you've got to claim off your insurance.
Yeah.
Okay, so moving on. Yeah. How important is disability awareness in schools and workplaces?
Well, I would say very important. Again, British Sign Language, an advocate, that it's taught in the schools, right the way through the school, so it's kept fresh, and then it feeds out into society, so you don't have that barrier when you're working or you're meeting people, you can't communicate and they can't communicate with you.
Yeah. I mean, that's why I asked the woman whether you was the only disabled person in the school, right? I think they need to in, introduce a more inclusive education system where they
Yeah.
allow, more and more disabled people to go to mainstream education.
Yeah.
So that not only does it benefit the disabled person itself, but the people around you are then aware of
Yeah, and
different
they become comfortable with being around disabled people as opposed to
Yeah.
not knowing how to handle it when they meet them in the real world.
And like
Yeah.
and that goes in the workplace as well. I mean, you could apply for a job in a bank or wherever, right? That they haven't got another disabled person in there, you know,
Yeah,
and you're the only person there, you know. So it's yeah.
I've managed to work.
I bet you do. Yeah.
They do have a couple of disabled people, I would say, not in a wheelchair, but just in general, like I think they're doing terrible with every one of us.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna name where I work. That would be bad. It's not here. just in case. I work somewhere else as well.
make Margaret worry.
I know. She'll be coming through the door. What did he say? Okay, I'm gonna say it in a way. Yeah. I feel like they've kind of let us be. We joined recently, and there was no shadowing. Like it was just like observe our colleagues and understand what they're doing, and then they don't see if we're doing work correctly or not. Or even if we don't, they don't check up on us or say what you need. This, I mean, of course they have said it, but they haven't been behind us. I think one of my colleagues, and I'm not a medical. I don't have a medical background or anything, but I do think that one of my colleagues needs assistance and he hasn't been given assistance. I have been given assistance to access to work, but the place is not accessible because of doors being too small for fire exits. So I have been sitting at home for a couple of months. And I'm still sitting at home, but I'm working from home online, which I have said to them, it's great that now that option is available for people, but it's not for me. It should be a choice.
Yeah.
And they have been accommodating into it, saying, okay, then we'll make other arrangements. It's taking time still. In terms of school, I think it's great to be honest. I mean, I did have a voice inside the disabled toilet, and they did bring, I don't know what it's called, but it was like a chair that you can use on stairs in case of fire if I was upstairs.
Yeah.
It's not the one that we have. It's a motorized. It's like 3 steps. It just goes very slowly, like a wheel. I don't know what it's called, but the teachers had been trained, so that was great. I don't know why they didn't have other. I don't want to say other disabled people. I want to say other people in wheelchairs. Maybe I was one of the only ones living in that community. I'm not too sure. But yeah, the school was very accessible. I would say. It's just in terms of interactions that I wish that would have increased more.
So what are some of the common misconceptions about disability that you wish more people understood?
Well, I feel like when some people look at me, they think that I don't know why, but maybe I have a mental disability as well.
Yeah, because you're in a wheelchair. You
In a
got
wheelchair.
you got to be. You're in a wheelchair. You got a
Yeah,
mental. You haven't got a brain. Is
yeah,
how they treat it. Yeah,
yeah,
and if they can't see a disability, there's nothing wrong with you.
yeah. I think I have surprised a lot of people with what I've done. Just in general, yeah. No, honestly, it is. And I think I surprised myself as well. I mean, when I was 16, I got to know that I could drive with my wheelchair, which I have gotten the license. But I think
Right.
I can drive, yes.
Yeah.
I have an adapted
Yeah.
car, yeah,
Okay.
with a ramp, and I have hand controls.
Okay. So,
It was given to me by Mobility, and it took a couple of months for the car adaptations to change. It took about 8 months, I'd say, which is for us, I think, quite quick. I think I surprised myself. I think I surprised my parents because not because they didn't think that I couldn't do it, but I think they are quite scared in general. I think any parent would be scared of their child driving. But also like I feel like with that comes a lot of expectation. Loads of people think, oh, if you can do it, I can do it as well. And it's like, I mean, it's a good thing, but also I don't want it because it's just a lot, and I feel like I cannot make any mistakes otherwise. Like any mistake that I make, it will be like, how could you? I've always felt like that, or maybe it's just because the way that I grew up in. I think it's. I don't want to say it's a bit of an Asian culture, and my parents are quite open-minded to everything, but I think it's just the community that I grew up in.
Mm.
so I know you're a bit techie as well, right?
Yeah.
So, how do you think technology can help advance disability inclusion?
I've seen some of my friends use voice technology. That's helpful to them. Um, I didn't need any changes to technology, but I know some people might require a special keyboard or mouse. I don't know how that would look like. I've seen our friend Owais. I think he uses a normal keyboard, but I know that like I've learned at school how he knows where each letter is because he's blind. Um, I don't know too much about what changes can be given. I didn't read them, but I haven't researched on that enough. I don't know. Do you guys?
I mean, I went to an expo type of a thing up in Kensington Town Hall, and I supported Owais, and the amount of stuff and tech they had for people that are blind, you can't imagine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, mobile phones, computers, a whole lot where you could like translate Braille into Word
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah.
It was so interesting, and it really sort of caught you. You know, it really did make you feel that now people that are blind have every opportunity now, if they want to get more involved in their futures, especially for young people as well, not just young, you know, even older people still got the chance to use tech and modern things. Yeah.
Yeah, it's taking the smart home equipment,
Yeah.
where you're voice controlled or eye controlled. You can turn your lights on and off as you, instead of having to get somebody else to do it for you.
Yeah,
Where you got some independence, so you can switch on the television or the kettle without a third person there being to help you.
I have had I have had two family fund. It goes until 24, and they do provide grants to get devices.
Yeah.
That's great. I mean, now people can also integrate into mainstream schools.
That's right.
It's a big help.
Yeah.
AI. Yeah.
That's a good.
It's going to help a lot of people. AI to do things to make things easier for them.
And quite interesting, but I think last week we came in to test out. Really, it's an online telephone.
Yeah.
AI question.
Yeah.
They can answer questions.
It was the council's helpline.
Yeah.
You phone them up and you're talking to an AI person, and you ask questions and it gives you the answers to your question, or it asks you another question to get to the appropriate department.
Yeah.
It was in the trial process.
I'd say. Yeah, it was quite fast.
Yeah,
it
wouldn't let you answer the question before they ask you a new question.
If you asked for a number, it was like, I was just like, how I'm not getting any time to write this down.
It was going round and round in circles for some people.
Maybe have like a way to then send out everything that you talked about written down.
Yeah, you need it sent.
It needs more testing.
If you phone up to the department and you're asking for details and they say it's a so-and-so number, you can't write it down at the speed they say it, but they should text it to you.
Yeah.
They should text you the number that you need to contact, which is easier. When it's in your phone, you can then dial that number. Which is not a new thing. That's been around for some time. It depends if they use it.
Yeah.
I don't know if I definitely agree with it. I mean, in general, it's hard for everybody. AI, everything's becoming technologized.
It's something that should be on the school curriculum.
Yeah, it's just,
you know.
If you want to apply for anything, it's just go online. I think for everybody, it's hard.
So, what can listeners do today to help foster a more inclusive society?
Respect the mantra from One Place East: see me, hear me, and know me.
Yeah. Ask questions. It's funny, like just see someone on an everyday life basis. And once you see someone in their everyday life, you don't think about the disability or any other aspect. You
just see the person.
You just see the person and
it's about assumptions as well. Assume things.
Yeah, don't too much assuming.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's in every
I think
aspect of
every
life that
person.
they assume, oh,
Yeah.
yeah, not not just disabled. Oh, we just assumed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just with everybody. Yeah. It's quite interesting also because we've had this conversation with Ian a couple of weeks ago, and it was just he was saying that he went out with someone and some people saw the person as disabled, but he didn't see that, which was quite interesting. Like, what are those aspects? Because if I would see, for example, and even at school we had this question which the children were saying, they would say that I'm disabled because I'm a religion, for example. For Kate and Rick, they wouldn't necessarily think that you have a disability. So, yeah, I think just asking questions and finding out if. And it shouldn't really matter anyway.
No.
If you have a disability.
No, because, for example, when I've been to things and I have to pick up a cup or a plate, they always notice the tremor in my hands and say something. They're not being horrible, but they have to say something. It's like, what's the matter with you, you know?
Is it children?
No, children are much more understanding than adults. It's adults.
Yeah.
And I say, well, actually, it's my medication that makes me have a tremor. You know,
That's
so.
quite interesting. They said it like that. I
Yeah.
think that children would be quite wrong.
No.
No, you'd be surprised.
Yeah, children. They don't have a problem with anything.
Yeah.
Children, it's as they get older and the adults have a problem.
It's all about education, don't it? It all
Yeah.
comes down to it.
Yeah.
They just haven't, people just haven't been educated. So, leading on to and the final thing is, what gives you hope for the future for disability inclusion? Is there hope? Is there hope for a fully inclusive society?
Yeah,
There is if they keep up the momentum of supporting and educating. If they let it lapse, it's going to be harder for them to get it back into momentum.
And it's not that hard now. There's no internet, there's everything. They can watch this podcast. It's not hard to find information.
Yeah.
You have no excuse.
It's the educate. It's going to be the case of education. Whether it's not, it's going to be on the curriculum, and they've got the money to implement it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe seeing us on an everyday, like if they come in for gaming,
And
see us just playing games. Just not having that discussion like this. Maybe
not segregated.
Awkward,
Oh, you've got to go in that room because you're disabled in your wheelchair, and we have the others, the normal people.
Yeah.
Are they normal? In the other room, it's
I mean, there's no such thing as normal.
Yeah.
What is it?
That's it. That is it.
No.
Yeah.
Well, thank you to all of you, to Israt, to Rick, Kate. I must also say that thank you to Rick actually for stepping in at the very last minute. We were expected to have another guest with us, but unfortunately he fell ill, so he wasn't up to join us today. But so yeah, big thank you to Rick.
Thank you. Thank you.
And thank you for listening and watching, and see you all again next time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.